Hello, Captain. Let's dive into an exercise to build team cohesion. In-group, out-group drill. Now, our in-group is our inner circle. This goes for you, for me, for captains in sports, leaders outside of sports, for humans in general. It's human nature to have an inner circle of people that we just connect with a bit more naturally. Our friends, people that think the same way as us, that have the same backgrounds as us. Now, our out-groups is everyone else. And it's not like we don't like people in our out-group. It's just that we have a slightly harder time connecting to them. They might have a different language, they might have a different background, a different faith, might just have a different way of seeing the world. There might be different positions, the forwards and the backs. But as a good captain, a good leader, you need to make sure that everyone on your team is included, is valued, that you can hear the voices of everyone on your team to create the best decisions and to work together to the best of your ability. Now, I know you know this already, but the better team cohesion that you have, the better performance that you'll have in your team, and the better chance of winning those games and bringing home the trophies. Just think back to some of the teams that you've been on, and I'm sure you can think of one where there's those different groups within the team, different cliques, and they're all competing against each other on the same team, and that's creating quite a lot of internal rivalry, internal strains, internal fractures, and instead of using that energy to compete against the other teams, to strategize the best as possible, to train the best as possible, it's just getting caught up in the internal struggles and conflict within that team. If we flip that around, I know you've been on those teams where there are those fantastic bonds, where everyone has those cobwebs of relationships, where you're supporting each other, you're bolstering each other, and you're working to the best possible ability against those other teams. And that's why we're diving into this exercise. So first step, what I want you to do is to think of your team right now and just identify who's in your in-group. Who are your friends? Who is that inner circle? Who are the people that you connect with most naturally? So go for that. I'm going to give us 60 seconds for this. Wonderful. So on to step 2, what I'd like us to do now is to identify who's in the out group. Again, if you got a piece of paper and a pencil, then go ahead and write down who are the people in the out group. And I know this is on a spectrum, so there's going to be some people a bit more in the middle and some people a bit further out, but just identifying everyone in the out group. So go for that, 60 seconds once again. Awesome. So on to step number 3. So what I want you to do now is to pick one person from your out group that you're going to connect with. I want you to plan, organize, visualize. When can you have a conversation? When can you connect with that person to build a bit of a better bond with them? It could be an activity, it could be a conversation, it could be in practice, spending a bit of the drill with them, just getting to know them a little bit better. The point of this is to build those tighter bonds, build those better relationships in your teams so that you can be as cohesive as possible. Okay, just 30 seconds for this one. Yes. Great work. Thank you for diving into the exercise. So my encouragement for you is to go ahead and do this with everyone in your outgroup, to identify a time when you can have a conversation with them. Now, I'm not saying here that you need to bring everyone from your outgroup into your in-group. I don't think we have space for that. But I am saying that as a good captain, as a good leader, that you want to know everyone on your team so that you can have those bonds between everyone to have the best relationships possible, the best team cohesion, to then have the best team performance. So go ahead, lean into that, and good luck.